So it's been a while since I last did an update video on the fish and just sort of gave an update on everything that's going on around the pond and such. So I thought today I'd do a brief video just sort of giving an update on them, you know, telling you how they're doing and just sort of showing you updates of the pond and sort of hints for new videos and such. With regards to the fish, they're all doing great. They're still inside currently, and there is a reason for that, which I'll tell you now. Now, as you know, in my last video, or one of my, fewer last videos, I got a new pump for the pond to, get it running again, and I put some new fish back in. Now, you're probably wondering why all these fish are still inside, even though I have got the pump running and the fish are now getting back in. And it's quite simply because we've had a bit of a cold spell recently. When I did that video adding the fish back in, it was quite warm. And it's a little bit easier for me to add these fish back in when it's warm outside, because then the temperature in here matches the temperature out there. Because it's always about 15 degrees whilst I'm inside the polytunnel, but outside it's not. And I don't really want to move them over yet whilst it's quite cold, because then that's just going to create more issues for them. They're eating a lot at the moment and they're quite happy in here, and I do not want to put them outside and then shock them again and they don't want to eat anymore and such like that. So that's the reason I haven't gone in yet. I'm just waiting for a warmer spell to come, which it should this week. It's supposed to be about 15 degrees or so. So I'm hoping I can get them in. But yeah, I'm just sort of waiting for a warmer spell to come so that I can put them back in and it'll have less of a shock to their system, so to speak. And to be honest, at first I was worried they wouldn't be able to stay in here for too long, just due to, this being not capable of holding them, but just space-wise for all these fish. It's not ideal. I mean, filtration's not an issue for me. This pump, this filter is like half the water that's in there. It can handle so many fish. So filtration wasn't an issue. It was just space, really. But I've had no issues really. They're very happy. They're eating loads. Of course, I don't want to get them back into the bigger pond just so some of these smaller ones can get growing again. But with a lot of these bigger ones, they're not really too fast. I mean, it's nice having them in here really because, well, yeah, you can actually really get in close contact with the fish. I will be leaving some in here just, because it's nice to have them in here. And also I'll be leaving ones like this in here to sell, like you saw in the last video. But I'll also give you an update on the ones outside as well. Now, the fish we put in the last video are doing fine as well. They've settled in quite nicely and they're eating quite a bit. There's a lot of debris on top of the pond at the moment because it's, very windy. And there's a lot of trees sort of around the edges of the pond. So whenever there is any, wind, it just blows all in here. Because the net's not over at the moment. But yeah, they're all doing fine in here, they're eating well. And I've had no issues with any of them dying or anything. So that's a good sign. And the lily pads are starting to come through now as well. They look horrible at the moment. But those of you who've watched the channel in the past know how good the pond looks once these lily pads get all full. They're nice and green. Part of that is because, I had to take them out to deal with, the pond being destroyed. Excuse the wind, by the way. I left my microphone at home, so I'm using the phone speaker. So it's pretty poor audio quality. But yeah, the fish are doing great in here, so no worries with these at all. I just come back inside because the wind was ruining the audio quality out there. Like I said, I'm using my phone at the moment. I would normally have a microphone, but I left that at home, so. But yeah, these guys in here, as you can see, they're doing great. I'm having no issues with them. So that's put me in a bit more of a confident spot because I can leave them in here for a bit longer. At first, when I first put them in here, I was really worried because I thought I was going to lose them all and such. But yeah, they're all doing great. And my next plan is to get some of them back in over this next week or two. Of course, I have exams soon, so I might have a sort of month period of not posting any videos on my channel. So if you're wondering why I haven't posted in ages, in about like a month or 2 months time, that's because I have exams going on. So that's basically the reason for that. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that the fish, they're all healthy, they're all doing well. There's nothing to worry about here. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed.